I'm Christopher Titus, and this is a Hamanama. Impeach Biden. That's right. We need to impeach Joe Biden. We know this guy is crooked, this bike riding, Corvette driving, married to the same woman for 45 years, created 14 million jobs, passes infrastructure, lowered drug prices, and on 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 with all this mob boss crime. And this is Mike Johnson, the Speaker of the House. And yes, Waldo has been found. Mike, who, by the way, has no bank account. That's right. Mike Johnson has no bank account in his name or his wife's name. That's not weird at all. He makes 200 grand and his wife makes 50 grand, and yet they have no bank account. Totally normal. But back to this evil criminal, Joe Waffle Cone Biden. Sure, it's not the best gangster name, but it's accurate. Well, Mike Johnson wants to impeach Joe, and the reason is that it turns out that Joe Biden's son and daughter made $640 million while working in the White House, and then his son got $2 billion from the Saudi government. Hold on. I'm getting a call from the control room. Hello? Huh? Oh, it's Jared and Ivanka. It's not Hunter. Hunter's never worked in the White House. Oh. Ever? Come on. So it's just a crack in the hookers then. Okay. So what else has Joe Biden done to get impeached? Well, we know that Joe Biden went out of his way to force everyone to get vaccinated. Yeah. And since he did that vile COVID vaccine rollout, the death rate from COVID has fallen from 5,000 a day to about 100 a day. Damn you, Biden, you diabolical mastermind who everybody says has dementia. So he's a master criminal with dementia? Okay. But let's talk about what the Republicans have on Biden. Well, they have Hunter's laptop. Yeah, you know, the laptop we've been hearing about now for about 4 years? The one that was fixed at Best Buy, then sent to a strip mall computer guy, then found by Tucker Carlson, who then mailed the most important piece of evidence to take down this criminal villain, Joe Biden. Well, Tucker shipped the laptop and other documents, and they got lost. Oops. But now we have text messages between Hunter and Joe that prove that Joe Biden really loves his son. This guy can't say that. Bing. In fact, the WhatsApp message cited by the IRS whistleblower is a fake. IRS Supervisory Special Agent Gary Shapley told the committee under oath that he'd obtained messages that Hunter Biden sent on the WhatsApp platform, including one in 2017 that he read out loud to Congress, demanding payment from a Chinese businessman named Henry Zhao. Except, can I get a womp womp? Screenshots of the messages tweeted by Smith have a picture of Hunter Biden, not from 2017, but from the White House Easter egg roll on April 22nd. This is long after this deal supposedly went down. Both images portray the message in a blue bubble. WhatsApp messages are in green. One image superimposed the Chinese flag for the contact ID, because it's got to be China. Look, there's a flag. And one purports to be a screenshot with the way you compose a text in Apple's iMessage, which is something you cannot do on WhatsApp. But then Mitt Romney, hardcore Republican and corporate raider, said about Biden, he said, he doesn't see any evidence that the president's actions warrant his removal from office. Romney said that. He said that House Republicans ought to have some evidence of wrongdoing before opening an impeachment inquiry. Why, Mitt? They don't have evidence of voter fraud or a stolen election, but we do have evidence that this fat, treasonous loser tried to end democracy and has been voted across the board as the worst president in American history. So, regarding impeaching a guy that's making America kick ass again, wages up 8%, inflation down to 3%, all I can say is, let's go, Brandon.
I like my coffee dark.
I'm Christopher Titus, and this is the Armageddon Update. You can't make every time you try to make the good light look bad, you just make yourself look worse. I can't believe it. These fucking morons can't even get this done. Hello, everybody. Christopher Titus Podcast. With me, as always, lovely bombshell Ray and the Highlander.
What's up, people?
Hey.
I can be the only one.
It's been a weird couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
We got 1 more week left. I'm on the road. Now we're just going to be done for the holidays.
Yeah, we're not going to be done. We're just going to be done.
Slowly, holidays will just suck the
Until we're
life
not.
out of you until Christmas Day.
Jingle bells,
And then
jingle.
we'll start to just sit around and talk about, oh shit, what happens? We got another year.
Oh, no. Then next year is going to be election year.
Thank God we're here for the 9 people that listen to us. That's 9 votes we may have turned. I am finding it harder and
Sometimes
harder.
that's all you need, though.
I am finding it harder and harder to have any hope or joy. Can I say something about our media too? I don't care whether it's MSNBC. Although there's a couple people that have started going disgraced ex-president. What's your face say? Stephanie Wilson starts as introducing him.
Twice impeached.
Okay.
Ex-president.
There you go.
That's what we need. When these motherfuckers on CNN keep talking about him like he's a viable candidate,
Yeah.
I just get like, I'm sorry.
And the list is so long, though, that to introduce who he is.
Yeah,
Because
you,
they would just be like,
you can't just go, here's a list of shit. We just scroll for a day, but that they don't do that he's still this, and he hasn't gone to one debate, which means he's obviously in serious mental decline. Supposedly he was supposed to testify yesterday in his tax fraud case. He said, I'm going on the stand. Didn't go on the stand.
Yeah.
And then you got the people that are actually viable candidates, Nikki Haley and Chris Christie, and they're behind by 80 points or some crazy number. How is that possible? How is America so fucking broken that this criminal, this full out raging criminal, is actually being considered as the Republican frontrunner?
oh, he's got a hold on them. Hold on them as a cult leader.
But how?
We try to explain this every week.
I know, but I'm just
The most interesting theory that I've heard,
Like you're
heard
tired of
the
it.
other day. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get how you can just listen to him talk for 2 minutes and think that guy should run anything, let alone the whole country, let alone believe that he's a Christian, because there's a whole faction of them that believe he's got saved and he's born again, because usually you might see someone act different than the way he does. But okay. Yeah. But this theory was that these far right Christians, he called it the persecution complex. So it started, I think, I don't know if it started there, but definitely we started noticing it with they're trying to cancel Christmas. And
my eyes.
like I was at my sister's house and she and her husband were both like, oh, you can't say Christmas to Siri because she won't play. You have to say holiday. And so then she couldn't get an album to play. And I said, play Louis and Ella Christmas. And she said, play Louis and Ella Christmas. And I said, so it's not that Apple has canceled Christmas. It's that however this music was cataloged, at the time, whatever it was categorized
Based
as.
on a word.
Or the name of the album was. That's what it is. It's not some new thing where they're trying to cancel Christmas.
They love to say that, though.
But it's that persecution complex, right? Where we're coming for them and we're taking away their rights. And this guy was saying that he has really appealed to that persecution complex. And that's why we saw support for him waning in the beginning, especially because of his things he said about abortion. And then he got indicted by Alvin Bragg, and all of a sudden his numbers shot way up because they're identifying.
Now he's doing it for them.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember the holiday cups at Starbucks?
Yes.
Like they're like, oh, Christmas trees aren't on them anymore. Like it's like, at what point do you people stop being victims and come up with a plan for the country? Because the Republican Party didn't used to be like this.
Well, because also, guys, there are other holidays in this country. It doesn't mean that Christmas, but no, because the first day of Hanukkah just passed, and a lot of Jewish people live in this country, and Kwanzaa is coming up, and so there are other holidays. So sometimes when a company does a holiday cup, maybe they're just trying to
make more money
for everybody. That's probably it.
It's like what we talked about.
Which, by the way, Republicans should love. They're just weaseling it, guys.
Yeah.
It's like what we talked about last week about how they start to freak out if they see other skin colors in their own eyeballs. If they see them on a billboard or in a TV show.
Or in Hallmark movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just watched a Hallmark movie where the main lead couple was a gay couple, and I thought about grandma. So she would have written a letter, probably.
So she was interesting.
Well, she
got better.
She wrote a letter.
But she did start rough.
That she was friendly with. That was a gay couple. She wrote a letter because of the vodka ads. Ted Danson was in some vodka ads, and they were airing them in between the movies, and she wrote a letter.
But wait, why? Because
you can't show vodka ads during Christmas movies.
Hallmark. It's Hallmark.
You can't. Listen up.
Wait a second.
How do you not see this?
I thought it was like Yule log. Isn't that the part time to get drunk?
Yeah.
No,
I
you
thought that was
hide
part
your
of
alcohol in your closet in the South.
You idiot.
The alcohol stays in your closet in the South.
Yeah,
you
that's
go
right.
3 counties away to buy it. And hope you don't see everyone else from your church.
Then when you have some sitting there watching movies with wine, you close the curtains.
You
you
close the front door.
I thought it was a celebration.
In the South,
then.
your screen door is always open on the front door, but when it's wine o'clock, we would close the main door and lock it.
What about moonshine? Wasn't that celebrated as like
Grandma ran moonshine. She ran moonshine. She had an old Chevy Caprice. Used to load it up.
Time ago,
had big springs on it. Yeah, she
bathtub bourbon.
Grandma ran moonshine.
Yeah.
So now they're trying. So you've got this piece of shit who was president for 4 years, and this guy was horrible. You got to admit, we had 1 million dead. They were stacking bodies in the fridge. He actually made $2.1 billion. He was charging Americans, taxpayers, for all of his golf. He was doing all the like you said. The list of horrors is extensive and endless. So the only way to take that onus, the shit stain off of the shit stain, is that to actually impeach Biden, because then he can go, well, Biden got impeached too.
That's the tactic.
That's exactly what they're doing.
And I think they even said that.
Yeah,
it's like the only reason that they're trying to get an impeachment through is so Trump has some kind of defense against Biden, because otherwise he can't run on anything.
Except he's impeached twice. For literally,
they got to get him 2 times.
For literally extorting weapons, extorting Ukraine for weapons. Yeah, we have the call of him extorting. Then we have him trying to overthrow the election. We have the call. So
again, the list of things that would have to balance it out.
So here's the thing. So what these guys did. Mike Johnson, by the way, who is the weirdest? Like, how is this guy who actually created the plan to overthrow the election? It was his idea. It was his legal opinion that they could overthrow the election. How is that guy second in line for the presidency now, third in line for the presidency now? How is that possible?
He said today that the White House had left him no choice because they are stonewalling witnesses and evidence. And I just think that's hilarious. Jim Jordan still hasn't shown up for his subpoena,
right?
Trump didn't show up. Pence didn't show. Nobody showed up.
But this is a lie, because they've gotten all of Hunter's records. They've got Joe Biden's bank records. They've got everything they need. Now the problem is this: they actually keep wanting more records, so they give them to them. Right? They've subpoenaed them. They've got him everything. They had the guy testify from the post office came in and said, we've got this guy. Remember the IRS agents came in and said they testified. And then they had guys, their experts came in and go, well, we don't really have enough evidence to convict him of anything. Their own guys testified in Congress. So they keep going. The reason they have to keep going is because they need to have doubt in the voters' minds when the election comes around. It's the email thing. How long did the email thing still going on?
Yes.
Isn't Heritage still doing? Isn't someone still doing it? Someone's still going after her email.
I don't know if they still are, but I know, a couple of years ago, at least, they were still suing.
So she had 36 investigations into her emails. Every single one was found that she did nothing wrong.
Obama still wasn't born here.
Trump's DOJ released findings.
That's right. I forgot it was Trump's DOJ that was like, yeah, we got nothing. So now we've got and we get the laptop. How many years? Because I would tell you this. They keep saying they have all the evidence. If you were the Republicans and you had evidence that Joe Biden actually did some shady shit that he deserves to be impeached for, wouldn't you have released the evidence already?
Yeah. And if you look
5 years?
Yeah. And look at the other side. They are going immediately filing cases, winning, filing cases, winning. They're not waiting on evidence. What's his name? Jack Smith.
Yeah.
How we went to the Supreme Court the other day.
Yeah.
He's not waiting around for and just claiming he's got, we got all kinds of evidence.
Wait till you guys see.
Wait till it comes out.
Wait until you see what we got
Taylor
here.
Greene's soon-to-be ex-husband. He has the evidence. He's going to bring it forward. It's coming. Of course, now she's divorcing him, so maybe that's why the evidence hasn't. And the laptop was never found. That Tucker
lost it
via UPS.
And they lost it. So they lost the laptop, all the documents that proved Hunter Biden. The laptop, by the way, supposedly now the FBI has the laptop.
By the way, very easy to copy files from.
It's
you just go to
it's
Best Buy.
impossible.
Get a
Very
hard
easy
drive.
to just carry them with you
Yeah, on the plane.
on the plane.
You could just
But he's
upload them.
Something that important.
One
you
of
don't.
them.
You
He
want
said-
to throw that in a box and ship it.
Mhm.
Mhm. It's a conspiracy. Same thing is happening. A far-right Polish lawmaker has now used a fire extinguisher on Hanukkah candles in Parliament. A far-right Polish lawmaker crossed Parliament during an event with members of the Jewish community that they do every year. He took a fire extinguisher, created a huge white cloud for security guards to rush people out of the area, and blew out the Hanukkah candles. Members of the Jewish community, including many children, had gone to Parliament that day at the speaker's invitation for the annual Hanukkah celebration.
That's the British Project 2025. What is
I
that?
don't even understand. What,
Yep.
I don't even understand what the point of that was. Okay. So that's your stand. You blew out the menorah. You were like, yeah, take that.
I don't like you guys.
I mean, it was.
I know.
like,
I'm sure it's a big deal, but I mean, that's your protest.
just meanness. That is what they do.
What I don't understand, again, now we're switching gears again to someone pointed something out last week, and I don't know if we talked about it last week, that the Israelis actually warned everybody in Gaza were coming. They said they didn't just show up at a festival and start killing, raping, and mutilating women. They actually said, we're coming to get Hamas. Get out. We are not going to stop. We are going to get Hamas. Hamas has killed 3,000 of our people, whatever they killed, we're getting them. They dropped leaflets. They gave them a couple of days. They told them which day. Then we had a 6-day ceasefire, and everybody's supposed to get out. I don't understand when you know the history of Israel and you know how hard that the Israels have been attacked and like constantly from 1,200 years before Christ, always constantly going after Israel. And I'll say it again, so you that haven't heard me say it before, the day after Israel was declared its own country, its own state, 5 Arab countries invaded it. So what I don't understand is, why is it always Israel's fault? Because they actually are ready for fighting now? Because they're good at it now? Because the Messiah, like the Israel,
people are upset at innocent people in Gaza being killed, which is understandable.
Okay, I get that. I get that part. Again, Hamas is making sure that these people don't leave.
Correct.
Okay. So, and then you've got, what about the people that were at the rave and the women that were, I just read today, I read the whole thing about what happened. There was a big article this morning. I woke up and I was reading it. Women were mutilated.
Mm-hmm.
The Hamas came in,
Raped repeatedly, passed around, and then shot in the back of the head.
chopped off their breasts.
Mm-hmm.
And so part of me at one point, you can be mad. I get it. The innocent Gazans, but Hamas, the Gazans voted for Hamas, and they're Hamas. Someone said the other day, he goes, it's time for them to have a negotiation. I'm sorry. Imagine if Mexico came across and blew up Coachella, killed 3,000 people, chopped up women, and imagine us having a negotiation with Mexico. Do you think that would happen? No.
No, but I think that a lot of people would be upset if we just started bombing cities where a bunch of innocent people were.
What if we said, all right, we're coming for these guys that did this. Get out. You guys have.
Well, a lot of them didn't have the means and were prevented from leaving.
Okay. So what's the answer then? So Israel's not supposed to retaliate? I just don't get it. I'm asking, guys. I get it. Innocent people dying is bad across the board. But do you go with the Bible? Do you go Old Testament and go eye for an eye? What do you do? I mean, explain it to me, because I keep hearing people on the news going, Israel, blah, blah, this, blah. I'm like, whoa.
Well, you forgot to turn the other cheek. It evolved. It got better. I just think that you have to acknowledge what is and why people are actually upset. But I think by the same turn, those people have to acknowledge why we are where we are. And Israel did not provoke it. And
Israel
is retaliating and did their best.
Israel turned Gaza over in 2005.
And they have agreed to some temporary ceasefires to get humanitarian aid in. But, I keep saying this, it's not ideal, and to put it very mildly, but Hamas is not moving away from civilians to go and fight army to army. They're intentionally not doing that.
Right.
And they're not releasing all of the hostages.
And Israel did leave Gaza in 2005. I want to be clear about that. It wasn't like Israel was jacking stuff up. They were living their lives, doing what they do. And I know there's a long history, but at what point do you guys go, the history is the history in the past? What's the future?
Except for the settlements, though. Isn't that a section of Gaza that they stayed, or they? I don't know the full. Legal. I don't know the history of the.
Okay, but that's all. That's yes. I guess there's settlements. They were moving in and taking over stuff. Yes. That's shit around the world. That's just needs to be. But how come? What I don't understand is why the Jews are attacked so hard, as opposed to I just don't get it.
Yeah, the settlement. That's an American thing. I mean, that's
right. We don't really have a whole lot that shit. Yeah. You guys are out of line.
We're gonna put a base over here, all right, and over there, and surround you.
I want to get back to
Israel withdrew in 2005, but imposed a land, sea, and air blockade on the enclave since Hamas came to power in 2007. So once Hamas came into power, they declared that. That, according to some people, amounts to occupation, although Israel and its allies disagree with that.
Once the terrorists are running Gaza, we don't want to help the terrorists. And I think you have to stand up for, it's almost like saying, it's almost like we went into Germany and people got killed in Germany when the Russians came in and we ended World War II. It's like saying, well, that was out of line. Germans had no money. They were but we had to end the world. This has to end. Hamas has to go away.
There is definitely something and we did it, is that occupation creates terrorism.
Yes, agreed.
Because if you are there for enough time, you're going to create a generation of people who are just going to go to the nth degree to be so angry.
Not in Japan, it didn't.
Okay, so the settlement.
We weren't occupying Japan, though.
Well, after World War II,
aren't we a little bit occupying everywhere? Yeah, we just call it military bases.
That's what I'm saying.
We have 600
bases. I lived near one of those bases, Kadena Air Force Base on the island of Okinawa. That was one of multiple in Japan.
Yeah, but it was after World War II. That we built those bases.
Hanging out. We're just keeping an eye on everybody. There.
Hey,
yeah. We have a lot. It's like over here. Think of it like storage. We're just storing people with guns.
These pointy things.
Yeah, exactly.
600 storage.
Israel settlements previously were built within the Egyptian territory of the Sinai Peninsula and within the Palestinian territory of Gaza. However, Israel evacuated and dismantled the 18 Sinai settlements following that 1979 Egypt-Israel peace agreement. They dismantled all 21 settlements in the Gaza Strip, along with 4 in the West Bank.
So here's Israel keeps going. Okay, we're walking away. Okay, we're going to dismantle settlements. Okay, we're going to stop. We want peace. We want peace. We want peace. We want peace. Fuck it, we're going to do it. And then again, Hamas attacks again. Hamas, like ISIS, the only way they get press or the only way they get any kind of notoriety is to do shit like this. When I read what they did, what Hamas did to the Israeli women, I have to be honest. Like, I have personally take them out, every single one of them. Hamas needs to go, need to be erased from the planet. Period. They just need to be just like ISIS.
So the presence and ongoing expansion of existing settlements by Israel and the construction of settlement outposts is frequently criticized as an obstacle to the peace process by the Palestinians and the OIC, the United Nations, Russia, the UK, France, the EU. The international community considers those settlements to be illegal under international law, and the UN has repeatedly upheld that view that it violates the Fourth Geneva Convention. For decades, the US considered the settlements to be illegitimate until Donald Trump became president. In November 2019, we shifted our position, declaring the establishment of Israeli civilian settlements in the West Bank is not per se inconsistent with international law.
Per se.
So this gets, so this gets.
Please explain.
Please tell me we're tracking this back to Trump again? Are you kidding me?
Add it to the fucking list.
Wait, he changed the law so even though the U.S. was like, this isn't cool, you guys are doing this, and they'd actually basically written down that it was cool, Trump came in and said, nah, it's okay.
As of January 2023, there are 144 Israel settlements in the West Bank, including 12 in East Jerusalem. Over 100 Israeli outposts in the West Bank. In total,
What is an
over
outpost?
500,000 Israeli settlers live in the West Bank, excluding East Jerusalem, with an additional 220,000 in East Jerusalem.
So I'm gonna call myself a dumb guy right now, and I just the shallow dive. I try to do a deep dive. This goes back 1,200 years before Christ. I don't know, this part of the world. Listen, when everybody in the history of the world who's written something down was like, "Hey, man, this is gonna end the world. This area is gonna end the Nostradamus. This is gonna end the world. The Bible. This is gonna end the world." When you got an area that everything, I guess we're just waiting now. It's just gonna happen.
Yes.
It's always fought over resources or religious reasons.
It's just, it's right on the...
And it's got a nice porch.
It's right on the water. It's just like, let's just call it what it is.
We love beachfront property.
Exactly.
Beautiful.
It's like they're fighting over Malibu. That's what they're fighting. They're fighting over Malibu. It's religion, Jesus. Man, you guys got a view. No, you guys are fighting over the view.
Speaking of boo, this episode brought to you by Harry's, and I only say boo because the holiday set sold out, and I didn't get one, and it was matte black.
Oh wow, it sold out.
Oh,
we were just
she
talking
said
about
this.
that.
I was so mad. I wanted the cool matte black razor, and she said they're gone, and I was like, no.
I went to get them last week.
We have spray paint here.
It's the first week of December. They're gone. Need them. Look, my nails, matte black. I like matte black. We love Harry's products, though. I just ordered an entire case of Harry's stuff for stocking stuffers today. Yeah. Did you steal my razor?
Nope.
Okay. That's good. I put a new blade in your travel.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Since you've been saying you don't know where they are, I figured if I put them right there, you couldn't miss it.
Yeah, she hides them. And
no,
I am
under his side of the sink.
No.
Yeah.
Where we keep
right next to you.
blades.
First of all, my sink under my sink looks like it's an episode of Hoarders. Stuff just keeps ending under my sink, and so I don't know where anything is anymore. It used to be like that.
Yep.
Yours seems to be very neat and tidy.
I've never known where things are.
That's not true.
I bought a plastic box thing that holds back stock of blades and deodorant and everything.
An organizer?
A tote?
Yes, a tote, if you will.
Tote.
A plastic tote, if you will.
So I shaved this morning. As always, Harry's kicks ass. I am running out of the... I only have one 64-ounce bottle of body wash left.
That's because I combined two last week.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, because you're using both of them.
You can't mix them, though. There's two different flavors.
No, they were the same.
Okay. And then I've got... I need, I'm running a hair paste I'm going through, and I need to get some more shampoo. But
There's
it's Chris Commit.
some under your sink.
Yeah, I was going to say, you just open
There's
your thing. That's why it's all together.
There's shampoo.
Because you keep saying...
Oh, there's shampoo under my sink?
There's so many Harry's products that some of them are under the sink.
I do love Harry's.
I know it, and I don't even say it.
By the way, it's made it easy.
Call him and remind him if you
Harry's
don't mind.
has this amazing line of products. Has just made my life easier.
Get a subscription. That's how we get blades and we don't forget. And when you get the subscription, once you get the starter set that has the handle, the blade, 5-blade, German engineered blade.
They have their own German factory.
The travel cover.
The travel cover is amazing.
And I'm always scared when you start
designed.
doing that. And the shave cream. It comes in this awesome box, awesome gift. And then sign up for the subscription and you can set your frequency because then the blades will show up every month or 2 months or however long. You don't need them as often because they last such a long time. That trial set is usually $13. It's a $13 value. All you have to do is pay $3 and it'll come to you.
They can still get the trial set though. They just can't get the holiday set.
Yes, you can get all kinds of stuff. They have the Winston, the Truman, they've got everything. It's just that one limited edition holiday set in the matte black. I know.
You know what I feel like? I feel like they've created something. I feel like when I was collecting Hot Wheels and there was I needed that one of 1,000 of them. And I had to
collect them all.
Because I have the rainbow one, and I wanted the matte black. I have all kinds of colors.
Orange one. I have the olive green one. I have the rainbow one.
I have the blue matte one. Yeah, we have different ones. And
they sucked us in.
Anyway, if you schedule delivery refills, you get them as low as $2 and they last forever. So do that. Again, 5-blade razor, weighted handle, foaming shave gel, and a travel cover. If you want to try that, $13 travel set for just $3. Go to harrys.com/bombshell. That's harrys.com/BOMBSHELL for your $3 trial set. Save time and money.
That would be a cool crossover,
Face
though.
today, Harry's. What?
Hot Wheels and Harry's, right?
That wouldn't.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Put little pipes on it. Little like.
No. You get a Hot Wheel with the Harry's razor. When I was a little kid, they
You
used
can
to give Hot
drive it
Wheels.
on your face.
When I was a little kid, they used to give my dad traveled a lot. He was a traveling salesman, drove all around California. He always filled his car up, and we got I had them. They would give out at, I think it was Shell stations, Hot Wheels. Like when you got you got 8 gallons or more, you got a Hot Wheel.
Oh man,
and I had. It was in '69. That's when they first came out. So I was a little kid. I was like 4 or 5, and
those are the red.
Those are the red line ones. Like if I'd held on to those,
red wheels.
They're just collectible.
The original 16 Hot Wheels are worth like $1,200 a piece now. If you have, yeah, they're crazy.
You just sold a bunch.
I sold all. Yeah, I sold them. I sold pretty much. I sold my collection. Guy from a store came and bought it, and he was like, I got a decent chunk of change out of it, but he was like he was excited.
There was a diverted Delta flight yesterday.
For what? Why?
Diverted. They had mechanical problems, so the entire passenger manifest and the crew had to spend the night in a remote military barracks in Canada. It's like my worst nightmare.
One of ours.
I did that on. I did that
Probably.
for I think.
Yeah, Happy Valley Goose Bay in the Canadian province of Newfoundland and Labrador, out of an abundance of caution.
Mm-hmm.
What was wrong with the plane?
Yeah, exactly.
They're not going to say that.
Ugh.
De-icing equipment. Diverted.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a great documentary on Netflix about there's one about a disappearance of a plane that they couldn't explain it for a long time.
No one happened. They find it?
And then I don't remember. I think they found it. Yeah, I think they did. Eventually, they found parts of it,
Right.
like a couple pieces. But then there's another one about Boeing and how they like falsified some of their one of their
Test
their
data?
patents or their test data or something about a receiver that was attached to the plane, and because of ice, like the receiver just busted or something, and it was faulty, and they knew it was faulty, but
That's
put
the
it through.
second time they've done that. You remember recently when they had that software thing? Remember they had those 2 planes that crashed because the plane would go. It would go.
It would
full
force.
flaps
Maybe
up.
that's it. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
It would go full
and it would
flaps
force it
up.
way. Yeah, that's
or
it.
full
Okay,
flaps
that's it.
down. Yeah, and it would just and pilots they couldn't. The pilots were like, "What the fuck?" Like
They're trying to fight it.
It was automatic.
Yeah.
And yeah. And they're like, "Oopsie, yeah." But guess turns out Phil. Wait, just listen. The manager told Phil to push it through. He did. What could happen is what was said at the meeting. What could happen was actually they actually.
Is it? We saw the pilot at the bar. Okay, the other night.
They have now found that Trump and his associates repeatedly contacted that former Mar-a-Lago employee turned witness before the document charges happened. One of which was a direct phone call from Donald Trump's cell phone.
Hey, buddy.
To a low-level employee from Mar-a-Lago.
Hey,
Guy
buddy.
was the president and owned the resort. He's calling a low-level employee.
So
that
why are you
quit.
quitting? He's basically called to go. So I guess Jack Smith and guys were already after this guy.
Yeah.
This is the IT guy, right?
This is right before the
Right
document
before
charges came out.
And he's like, "So you heard you quit? And why are you quitting?" So Trump calls him out of the blue. "Hey, buddy, you want to come work? You can come work over. No, we'll get you a better job. Go
That
ahead."
is. Come on, that's evidence right there.
Then
He
someone
calls him-
else called him and told him that they wanted him to know that Trump thought he was a very good man. It's
Oh my
also
God.
like, you know how he always does that
Listen,
about
you know you're
Elaine
a friend.
Cannon. She's a good family woman.
You know
Yeah.
you're a friend, right?
Exactly.
You know that you are friends of the Trump family. That you fit in perfectly here at the Trump family.
And
The
once
Trump
you don't,
organization. You fit into a funeral plot on my golf course with my ex-wife.
Yeah,
Let
exactly.
me
Whatever
just take your
happened with that?
He
measurements.
buried his ex-wife on his golf course.
what the fuck? So weird.
Because there's a tax break. It turns it into there's a tax break because it remains human remains in
Yes.
Yeah, but it's the only, isn't it? Like it's just the only.
there. Yeah, and they had 9 guys trying to lift it, and it was so heavy. Like there's like I
Welcome to Conspiracy Hour. We also have video of him transferring boxes of documents onto his plane when he went to Bedminster. De Oliveira called this former employee and then said Trump personally wanted to see him at the upcoming Trump-hosted golf tournament, wanted to give him complimentary tickets. He was also called again they told him that his job was still available if he wanted to return. He even showed up at the former employee's gym where he was working out to have a conversation with
Trump
him.
did?
De Oliveira.
You know, criminals throughout
This is
history.
obstruction, 100%. Try to witness tampering, right? 100%.
Oh yeah, he's criming
The thing
right
about
out
him
in front.
is he
100%.
never writes anything down. He never texts. He doesn't email. He tells someone verbally, and then that person, but it's never directly. And then that person goes and does the dirty work. So
Well, even scumbag Michael Cohen
goes
said that
down.
it's
Everybody,
the way he says it.
yes.
You know, Ted Bundy had fans. It's
Still
that.
does,
It's that kind of thing. Yeah.
Charles Manson got
Love letters.
love letters. He got proposed to repeatedly.
Yeah. Al
So-
Capone was like celebrated in the.
I get it though. At
you know what I'm
least you
saying?
know where he was. You know, that's half the battle. They never answer their cell phones. or texts.
Jack Smith pulled just basically called Trump on all this bullshit. So Trump's appealing the trial date, the 24th of March.
Mhm.
They're going to do it in March because they want to get it done before the election. We want to know that this guy's a fucking...
Because
Yeah,
as Jack Smith said, the public has a right to know before the election.
exactly, and which is valid.
Did he try to overthrow
But
the government?
they said Chutkin wrote a really great reason, like he's not a king. America does not have kings, and presidents are not free to do anything they want. So Trump's lawyers appealed it, and then so they're going to push it to go through the lower appellate court, then the next appellate court, then the next, then the Supreme Court. Well, Jack Smith, this happened with Nixon too. He said, no, fuck that. Let's just go to the Supreme Court. And wait, no, fuck it. Let's do it. Tuesday.
You wanted to, right?
We're going Tuesday. You said you want to go all the way up. Let's just go. Fuck it. Let's jump them and go. And so now I don't know what Trump does now. How do you appeal not going to the Supreme Court? There you go. Whoa, hey,
It's the same thing.
Whoa.
It's
That's
the
not
same. It's like Hunter Biden saying, "Okay, let's have the trial. I want to show everybody
Right.
about this."
On
And then
TV.
the Republic is like, "But no."
Yeah.
People don't
Close the door.
understand that this impeachment thing. But guys, do you know this? So this happened recently.
Speaking of peaches, this episode brought to you by HelloFresh.
I don't even-
The fucking judo chop.
Speaking of peaches,
Impeaches.
You heard a consonant. And then,
speaking
I
of
love them
peach,
peaches.
I went
Speaking
from
of the puss sound.
impeachment, and you said peach is nice, thin thread, but it works. Go
Say
ahead.
hello to your stressless holiday season with HelloFresh.
Hello,
Skip the grocery store. You don't have time to go anyway. And save money and have incredibly tasty meals to serve your asshole family because they keep showing up at the holidays.
You got anything to eat? Yeah, we have HelloFresh. You're gonna love it, and that's not gonna make you go home.
No.
You're gonna want to
Let's make it
stay.
They'll
Buy
stay
fresh.
longer.
They'll stay longer. So
Nothing
good.
we've ever had is not wonderful.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Everything we've eaten has been phenomenal. Everything that we've put together to HelloFresh has been. Again, I always say it's look food. You take a bite and you go, what? And you look at it.
I highly recommend always adding whatever burger is available, even
Yes.
if you're not a big burger person, even if it's a pork burger, because you'll be like, brown pork. It is the craziest.
Phenomenal.
so good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
you
pork-
never knew.
And I'm not
Who
a big
knew?
fan of it, but
I
they
love
were
pork
crazy.
burgers now.
Yeah, it's crazy. The Gouda burger. Oh my gosh.
That was that. We had that.
Or the sriracha onion one. It's like
the sriracha onion one. Boom, blew my socks off.
it's crazy. And then get two other. You can pick healthy meals. You can pick fast and easy. They're all fast, but these you can do 15-minute meals. Those really are. I had one. I think I did in about 10 minutes. It was those lettuce burgers. The ground burgers.
Oh, that
with
tasted
the
like
sauce and the
tasted
crunchy
like
onions.
In-N-Out burgers, but
Yes.
they were just lettuce wraps. Those were awesome.
Every week you get over 45 recipes and more than 100 seasonal add-on items that you can change, you can pick, or they'll pick the recipes for you. You just pick 2 people twice a week. I do 2 people 3 times. Sorry, no. I do 4 people 3 times a week because then we have leftovers for lunch, which is kind of crazy. The next
Sometimes
day,
we have leftovers. Sometimes it's so good
well,
we
I
keep eating.
usually do.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking
I
about.
divvy it up.
Leftovers.
Yeah, I've had that problem a couple of times, but it's so
I
good.
love though the next day I'll put it in a Tupperware thing and it'll be like a baked chicken, mashed potatoes, green beans, and it's a whole meal that tastes just as good the next day. So anyway, you got to try it. Go to HelloFresh.com/TitusFree. Use code TitusFree for a free breakfast for life. 1 breakfast item per box while subscription is active. That's free breakfast for life at HelloFresh.com/TitusFree. Promo code TitusFree. You just had egg bites today from there. I saw.
They were great. The turkey, yeah, the turkey sausage egg bites were phenomenal.
Yeah, and those are easy and fast. You
Yeah,
just warm them up in the
microwave
oven.
them.
Yeah.
They're ready to go.
Oh, I mighrowave.
He
them.
microwaved them. You put them in the oven?
I don't have a microwave.
Oh, well, that explains it.
yeah,
You're probably going to live
Well,
longer.
Santa heard that. Santa heard.
Is it because of health reasons?
Yes, originally, but I think it's, the way to prepare foods has improved since, we learned not to put aluminum foil in the microwave.
Yeah, when sparks are
Plastic.
shooting out
And
of
we
it,
were told don't stare into the microwave,
Yeah.
remember, while
Stand
it's
back.
going around.
Yeah.
Is that a thing? Can you not
No.
stare at it anymore?
No, it's
That
Don't
would
put your
always
pets
be
in it.
like-
so it's got a Faraday cage or whatever that. So that you
Yeah.
ever notice on the front, it's got black. It's black screen, but it's got holes in it. So supposedly that saves you. I'm sure we're gonna find out one day that it's shortened our lives by about 9 years. But then again, I got to eat in 3 minutes, so I'm good.
Yeah, I was in a rush to die.
At least we're not doing an advertisement for microwaves.
You know what else?
We have one here.
We
But
do.
Can I say this? It's like this conspiracy. I don't remember a time in my life when conspiracies were so prevalent.
Oh yeah.
I have never, and the internet has given birth to such a vast array of stupidity that I find it fascinating, but I also find it frightening. It's going to end our species. When people are someone showed a video of the 9/11 of the plane, and the plane goes through the building. And it disappeared, and it hit, and I'm like, and they're like, see, it didn't happen. I'm like, fucking buildings. I watched it happen. What are you talking about? There's things about
the 9/11 thing was really stupid.
the JFK thing. There's so many things that are just, and what I don't get is the end game. Okay, all right. What's the end game on that? Building 7 went down in a demolition. Okay. So what's the end game?
Yeah.
Which means so you're saying, so here's a conspiracy. Here's the 9/11 conspiracy. So they had pre-wired Building 7 because they knew on this day at this time that these planes were going to hit the World Trade Center and they were going to go down. So why not just blow? So we'll get this building ready to take this building down too for the insurance, but we're going to have to hook up with the Saudis to make sure that we know, and Bin Laden. So we're going to be sending cables and phone calls and we're going to be in communication. So we know when they hit the buildings, we can blow Building 7. It just doesn't fucking make sense.
Like, do you know what it's required to take a building down? Like, and organized, get a permit, and to go in and do the demo of it. And for
so
them,
they were just waiting, just randomly waiting.
Yeah.
Oh, look, we got to hope for a terrorist attack. Listen, I'm not standing in the building fucking office for another hour. Jesus, what's in the DMV? So we're going to do. We're going to hope for a terrorist attack. That's what we're going to do. We're just going to wait.
It's even I just saw James Comer, that guy that and,
Guy who lips don't move a whole lot.
Yeah.
we got
no,
plenty
the
of evidence on
bottom
it.
one moves. It's the top
We got
one.
plenty of evidence on Joe Biden. We got plenty of evidence. We got records. We got everything. Can we see
It's
it?
Frank.
Nope, can't see him.
It's Frank. It's your character,
Oh,
Frank.
yeah, it is Frank. It's Frank. Hi, how you doing? I'm Frank. Hey, so we got Hunter Biden. We got him cold, and we don't want you guys to. We don't want to interview him live on TV because because I don't have a good reason.
Frank, your COVID sounds like it cleared up. Did you take the vaccine? The booster?
No, I didn't take the vaccine. As an ivermectin.
There it is. Speaking of keeping yourself healthy during
What's
a very
going on today?
sick holiday season, Frank, this episode brought to you by AG1, which Frank really needs.
I had it this morning. Thank you very
If
much.
you're a long-time listener, we've been using this for over a year now because they made us use it for 30 days before they would let us do the ad, which is kind of gangster.
Can I say that? So this morning I woke up and I felt weird. I had coffee and then I felt weird and I didn't know why I felt weird and I thought I need AG1 and I went and I did AG1 in 20 minutes. I'm not making this up. In 20 minutes, I was watching the news. It just sometimes you wake up and I had coffee and I didn't have anything in my stomach and it gave me that weird medley feeling or whatever, hollow. AG1, about 20 minutes, I was gone. I was back to, I'm hilarious and lovable like I always am.
Foundational nutrition supplement supports your body's needs like gut health. We've talked about that a lot. Stress management, immune support. it has probiotics, prebiotics. It's like you don't have to take your multivitamin, those big horse. It does not have
future biotics.
No.
It's got historical
probiotics.
It's got digestive enzymes. That's what helps with your gut health. Magnesium and B vitamins for energy support. Adaptogens. Here we go again. To balance body stress levels. Vitamin C and zinc, which helps immune health, especially during cold, flu, RSV, COVID season. Even my sister started drinking this. When I went to her house last time, I had given her, I left my bag at Grandma Jean's house when I was staying there for 2 months taking care of her, and my sister took it home. And then when I was there last week, she said, "Is that yours?" Because I had it out. And I said, "Well, kind of, yeah, because you took it." And she goes, "Oh, no, I bought another bag." And actually, it just occurred to me that she didn't say I signed up for a subscription. Hold on. Did you buy another bag? Now I got to call her and find out if she's a liar.
Why not just go, "I stole it"? I would just go, I'm your sister. I stole it. So
that's what sisters do.
Right. Exactly.
But she was putting it in her smoothie every morning, which is why I had it out. I was going to put it in and then maybe take it home. But that didn't happen. I had to leave it. AG1 is the supplement that we trust to provide the sort our bodies need daily. That's why they've been our partner for so long, and we love them. If you want to take ownership of your health, it starts with AG1. Try AG1. Get a free 1-year supply of vitamin D3K2, which is a dropper bottle you put in there, and 5 free AG1 travel packs with your first purchase. Go to drinkag1.com/Titus. That's drinkag1.com/Titus. Check it out.
Let's do a commercial with you running, just like the Bionic Man, right? But AG1 is the Biotic Man. You drink it, you can jump.
Little scoop, a little bit of water, shake it up, bam, done for the day.
Yeah, it's for my gut health.
Makes you run faster.
See, she's disgusted and yet laughs.
It's him. It's his reaction to you so fast he becomes giddy at a fart. The two of you together with a fart joke. Look at him. Look at both of them.
I'm sorry. I was just running the Stallone movie thing.
Right. I'll never forget that.
It's on constant loop.
You know what the internet did? So we always had conspiracy theories. Elvis is still alive, stuff like that. But you had to go to a kind of a half-assed grocery store, and you had to pick up
Inquirer.
a horrible Inquirer that would actually get ink all over your fingers and stuff. But now,
do you remember Silly Putty on the
cartoons on comic books? And now it's every day. So to the point that the Philippines airline flight that disappeared, there's like, we went through a wormhole.
It's in another universe or something,
another dimension, and how pathetic are we as a species that we're making shit up all the time? And there's some people that are hard. We have people in our family hardcore into this shit.
You know what the funniest one is that, and there's videos of people claiming that there's lizard people.
Yes,
that are living among us.
There was
they have videos of like, look, they blinked.
One today. There was one. Johnny Depp is in court, the Amber Heard trial, sitting there. There's a witness, and it's split screen, and they like, Johnny Depp realizes he's a lizard. He's watching the lizard. And Johnny Depp's. Which I'm sure
that's just a person.
Johnny Depp's looking at the dude, and they're saying Johnny Depp realizes that that's a lizard person testifying. Or maybe that guy's just lying about the shit that his ex said about him. Because I remember in court, I was like, Titus sees a lizard person. No, she's a bitch. She's lying about me. She's lying about me.
Maybe you did.
Yeah. There is one lizard person.
That is true. That's a good call, by the way. Good call.
Maybe.
So I don't understand how pathetic we are.
I never finished saying what I was going to say.
Oh, go ahead.
Because you took my James Comer thing. And then it became Frank.
We did an ad instead.
No. He took James Comer from me. I was doing it. Then he did it.
Oh, right.
Go ahead, baby. Yeah. Go ahead, China. Go ahead. Talk about James.
So, Hunter Biden has now been indicted on 17 additional tax evasion and tax fraud charges. He could face, I think it's 17 years in prison.
17 years in prison.
James Comer went on Jim Acosta and said, it was Jim Acosta, right?
Yo, this is awesome.
And said that they indicted him with those charges. It was to cover up what he actually did. Those indictments are to protect him.
So he's been indicted like 5 times further than the first one was.
Yeah.
And that's to protect him from the other stuff they have on him that they won't show us because they don't have, that Mitt Romney said doesn't exist. I don't get it. So all they're doing is
this was in response to you saying conspiracy theories.
Yeah, but they're going to keep bringing it up. Well, I think the Republicans depend on stupid. They really do. They really depend on stupid people. They really depend on people to believe any bullshit that they toss out there. And because of that, that's how they got people to believe that Hillary, what about the emails? Well, the emails, there was nothing. There was, and then you go back to this with Hunter. They have still, you guys, people think about how long they've been talking about this. It's for over 4 or 5 years. They've been talking that they've got Hunter Biden nailed. He had a gun that he shouldn't have had, that had no bullets because the girl he is with wouldn't let him have bullets. And then he's got some tax stuff that he paid back, that he's already paid. It's not Trump who owes $250 million in back taxes or whatever it is. He paid it back. He's being accused of money laundering or money stuff. There's a couple, one of them's $10 million. That was the email, the fake email they put up, which I talked about in the Armageddon update. They put together this fake text thread. They said it was WhatsApp, and except WhatsApp is green and this was blue. So it had been edited, and OAC called it out too. So even AOC, whatever, the evidence they've put forward has been debunked and destroyed every time.
Every person they have brought to testify has said there's really not anything here.
Mitt Romney, who goes, there's nothing here, guys. And
so they like to launch conspiracies as a tactic to try to take down their opponent.
Because they can't launch a fucking bill or a law to help the American public.
Because they've got nothing for real.
So they've now lost Kevin McCarthy. Kevin McCarthy is supposedly going to go work for Trump.
Well,
that's why he quit. That was a rumor.
Reporting, yeah.
So then we've got who else? The Santos is gone. Santos is going to be gone. Yep. And so that's 2 more votes they lost. Now they only have 3. They only have a 3-person majority, right? Mm-hmm. And if anybody with any sanity just decides I'm not voting for that, they're kind of
Boebert seems to miss or be late for votes. So there's that.
I hope Frisch is going to beat her, man. We do not. It's not even that I dislike her that much. It's that, I mean, even though she like jerked off a dude on Broadway during a play, whatever. What bothers me the most about Boebert is it sets such a low bar for us internationally. Like if you're from another country and you go, so who does America have running their shit? Her?
Yeah.
The person who got a GED 3 months before she became a congressperson?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
It's not far from Trump, though. When Trump took office, it was the whole bar for all of U.S. government just dropped.
They built a giant balloon.
Who was she talking to? Chris Ray, right? Marjorie Taylor Greene
she's so dumb
goes, the 2 of them have no idea how government works. You would think they might have studied since then.
No.
But what did she say? Something like, well, DHS is weaponized and you're all liars and we're going to prove it. And he goes, ma'am, I don't work for DHS. So
she goes, what about these pictures? He goes, well, I've never seen those pictures before, but what do you mean? She goes, oh, so you haven't. So, it was
her tweets or something. So something about her tweets.
And she keeps going after this guy at DHS, and it's weird to watch.
She didn't know if he wasn't in that department.
If I was a Republican, I would say, running, should I be, guys, you don't get to talk. Why? Because you're morons. You don't know what you're doing. Every time they get it from a witness, every time they get their ass handed to them. And the thing with Hunter Biden. So Hunter Biden said,
handed to you.
Hold on. Hunter Biden, let me finish this. Hunter Biden has said, I would love to testify on camera. Yes. I will go live in front of the American people. No, we just want to, I'm going to get it out though. We want everybody to see what happens.
Because you're going to make it a sham. You're going to make it a media circus.
If you show people.
Unlike we've done every time we've been in every hearing ever.
Jim Jordan's got wearing a hat.
He's got, Marjorie Taylor Greene.
You're going to make it a circus. He's got sparklers.
Marjorie Taylor Greene showing naked pictures of Hunter Biden in a hearing. You mean like that? From those videos like that? Okay.
Every week we come in and dismantle these idiots.
She literally showed on the floor. We've got C-SPAN airing at home that kids can flip, and she's got naked pictures of him with hookers. But okay, full, blown up, poster size.
Which also is...
Speaking of having your ass handed to you, would you like a better ass handed to you this holiday season? This episode brought to you by Fitbod.
Fitbod. My ass is better.
Which you just said the other day. That's why I thought of that.
Have you noticed?
Yep.
Fitbod has been so I've gone through this thing lately where I did 5 workouts last week, and I'm on 2 today, but I didn't do Sunday because I took Sunday off. I am constantly sore, and I started to think, am I getting older? And I said, no, it's not that I'm getting older. It's that Fitbod keeps amping it up just a little bit. And so it's an AI generated workout program, guys. You can get it. It's literally it's less than what a trainer would cost for 1 session, and you get it for the whole year. And what happens is you start doing stuff, it keeps adding, it'll keep bumping you up. Like there's a couple times I've had to, I was tired. I was like, and it gave me curls. It's giving me 45s. I'm like, okay, guys, I want to talk. Hey, hello? Is anybody, I know my microphone is on Fitbod. Give me a break.
But it's building. It's so that you don't plateau. That's the whole genius of the AI within this app, is that it knows what you've done and it builds on that.
Yes.
And then you can adjust your equipment if you're in a hotel or if you don't have equipment at home.
You can build different profiles. So I have 5 or 6 different profiles when we're on the road, and I'll put full gym, or I go in and I'll have another. If we have full gym, if I go to
body weight in the room,
body weight in the room. Which, by the way, people, the body weight workouts. How many times do I say it? I'm like, I'm halfway through and I'm like, babe, this is kicking my ass. This is worse than going to the gym.
They're sometimes harder.
This is going really good. Some of the the pike push-ups and stuff they make you do. And there's a list of 1,000 different exercises. And let's say there's something that comes up that you don't want to do. Like my pull-up bar at the house is really low and it's hard to do leg lifts. So I go in, I just slide it over. It says replace. I put in a new, and it gives me a list of, I'm still going to be working the same thing. It just gives me 20 different exercises to pick from, and I pick it,
Just make a everything hurts profile.
Yeah, that's what I have.
Just have that for
you can also track your achievements and personal best with their all new progress tracking chart. So you always are going back and looking at what you've done, getting this overall. The thing that makes him crazy is he can't enter Taekwondo into it as well. So you can't see all of it together, but,
yeah, I can't. You can't enter an outside workout. But what I've started doing now is, with Taekwondo, when I work out, I figure it's a lot of legs, a lot of jumping, a lot of switches. So now what I've done is I've gone through and I've gone through the menu of all the exercises, and I've started to pick exercises that are like A skips, B skips. Yeah. So and I try to match it up to what the movement of Taekwondo is. So I do
because
keep record.
Fitbod would track that and then wouldn't give you that same thing the next day.
Yeah. They're ripping me off for workouts because I can't put Taekwondo.
So download Fitbod today. Get a head start on your fitness resolutions. Get 25% off of your subscription and get 3 free personalized workouts just for you when you go to fitbod.me/Titus. That's 25% off and free personalized workouts at fitbod.me/Titus. They've added an even extra bonus.
It keeps me accountable for my workouts instead of when you're just going, we're going to work out today. And how many times you go, I worked out 4 times this week. No, you didn't. You think about it, you go, no, I worked out twice this week. So Fitbod, I have my calendar's like, boop. Sometimes if I don't work out for 2 days, it'll be Fitbod notification. And it'll just say, what's up? We doing this?
Hey.
Where you at? Let's go. That would be a cool feature to add. If you could say, on Friday morning, I want to swim. Right. That's going to be my thing. And let me just enter that in and it'll factor in. Are you guys listening, Fitbod?
Yeah.
And then you could say,
I would like an additional workout. You can, because I can add past workouts. I've done that one, but I have to build a workout that's Taekwondo kind of based.
Right.
Yeah, that would be a nice feature. But by the way, other than that, it's the best. It's the best thing I've ever. My body's changed. I mean, it's the best thing I've ever done.
And it's made you consistent because as of November, it was a year.
Yeah.
Judge has rebuked Rudy Giuliani over his defamatory comments he made about Ruby Freeman and Shay Moss, the Georgia election workers. He made them during the defamation charges trial after. Public.
You okay?
No, very tired. He in a filing, he admitted that he made things up. Remember that?
Yes.
He admitted that he lied.
Wrote it down.
Put it in a filing
Yes.
under penalty
It's
of
in
perjury.
writing.
Signed it. It's in writing.
He did it.
However, and he's already been found liable.
I heard this on the way over.
However, on the steps outside, the judge has now been quite angry at his attorney about comments that Rudy made a day earlier to reporters about the two women who he's in a trial about defaming.
He said, he came out and said, I did not lie. It happened.
He has
Everything I
now
was
said
true."
that, and they were engaged in changing votes. A reporter responded, there is no proof of this allegation. Giuliani said, oh, you're damn right there is. Stay tuned. They always want you to stay
Oh.
tuned.
This is after
It's coming. The stuff
Same
that,
thing.
You mean the stuff that could stop you from being charged with $40 million in damages? You're holding that off?
Yeah,
you
you're
don't
gonna
want to
keep that, yeah.
submit that to the
I
trial?
don't play all your cards. It's only costing me $40 million. I'm not playing on my cards.
So when did he lie? So which one was the lie? Because did he perjure himself before?
Well,
prior?
the judge,
Yeah,
the
exactly.
judge basically said, the judge basically told him, dude, this is another charge. It's the
Yeah.
same thing with Trump,
With Trump.
And the rape thing. This is, you said it again.
Yes,
It's another.
The judge told him that. The judge said to the attorney, because Giuliani wasn't there, that his statements were a clear departure from the tone that the attorney struck Monday when he delivered his opening statements for the trial. How do you reconcile your statements in court with his statement yesterday after court that they engaged in criminal conduct? The lawyer said, I cannot control everything he does, Your Honor.
you do know, you know what they need outside of the court, wherever courtroom Trump or Giuliani or some of these clowns are. There's got to be like a wall that the lawyers just go bang their heads against for a while.
Yeah.
Hold on, I need a minute. Bam, bam. Okay,
It's
let's
just a
go.
wall of marks.
Yeah. It's just bloody.
The judge said it's obviously unfair if he keeps making statements out there and not on the stand where they could cross-examine him. And that it does seem like there may be another defamation charge. in the works.
America has always been held up as, rule of law, all men are equal. And you really get in the last, I guess that's all through history, but man, it's really evident that if you have money and power, you can get away with shit all day long.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty crazy to me. This guy flat out lying. He's ruined these women's lives, ruined their lives.
Yeah, it's not like there's no damages, right? They've been getting death threats.
Well,
Yes.
it's going to be between 15
People
and $40
outside
million.
their house.
But also, how do you get, if Rudy's supposedly broke, so how do you get money out of, it doesn't matter.
He's got that
what they-
apartment still in New York.
Oh, right. It makes me, the older I get, I get so funny. I used to think George Carlin got to the place where he was too grumpy. He was too negative. And there's a couple of specials. I was like, come on, man, you sound like a grumpy old man. And as I become a grumpy old man, I really get it. I'm really like, the system's fucked. If you have money and power, you win.
Everybody's a grumpy old man now.
The Supreme Court.
Well, we got a whole
grumpy
generation,
old-
Gen Z is a whole.
The Supreme Court has now ordered New York's congressional districts to be drawn. This is another win for Democrats, just like we had in Alabama.
It's not even a win. It's
4
just
to
fair.
3 vote.
It's
the
just
law.
fair.
Yeah.
Here's what
There's
people
still 3 dissenting.
So people, if you guys don't know what gerrymandering is basically the states got to do their own districts. So let's say you had a majority Republican state house. What they would do is they would go in and they would pie off. They would go through neighborhoods and just get the Republicans. So that congressional district was going to always get elected Republican. They didn't just square it off and go, all right, let's see what happens.
Well, the way they drew that map led to Republicans flipping 4 seats in
Right.
New York. That's why they have
right, because they snaked it through.
Yes.
They just
Yes.
So it has to be changed back before this next election.
Yes, with people, the opinion is that should help us win control of the House again.
Clarence Thomas is still on the Supreme Court. This criminal hump is still on the Supreme Court. How is that? Alito hanging out with billionaires, taking them. How do we, everything that we say we are about is so full of shit right now.
Yeah.
Like everything that America has said it's about, freedom, rule of law. We've got 2 guys on the Supreme Court, Alito and Thomas, that are flat out in the pockets of billionaires who have testified, who have had cases in front of them after taking them on vacations, buying them a motorhome. The fuck is going on?
And you know what's
man?
even worse is
I'm gonna
that
stop. We're gonna start. I'm gonna start doing a car podcast. I don't want to do this.
I hear you, man.
I'm so frustrated.
It's the worst part about all this is that it seems to be growing exponentially.
Yeah.
Because we keep having examples of people doing something heinous that in the past they would have been out of politics,
done
in an instant.
They would have seen themselves out.
Yeah.
They always
Yes.
did.
They used to, yes, in my
Then their
lifetime.
sad wife stood next to him at the podium, looking at him with hatred and disgust.
I've let my constituents down, and that's
let my
not
wife
good.
down.
I'm
blah,
not
blah,
representative.
blah.
I'm ashamed of.
No, I'm going to see my way out.
Yep.
Exactly.
And now we have examples of the opposite. And now everybody feels like there's a freedom that you can just get. Like Rudy Giuliani was in a movie where he was clearly
yes.
like a
trying to-
15-year-old
with a minor girl.
Yeah.
Yes.
That would have been.
That scene is.
The whole Republican Party would have been shut down.
He had
because
to
of that act.
run in. I want to say Borat and Ali G.
To
Sacha
stop
Baron
it.
Cohen had to run in and stop it.
Yeah.
Because
He knew.
that one clip of him on laying back on the bed with his hand going down his pants. Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
Our democracy is at stake, and that's why we have to keep doing this podcast. Speaking of stake, this episode.
Holy shit! Wait, that was awesome. I knew it was coming. Her voice changed. She did. You did a Highlander. You actually go because our democracy is at stake. So
I had to do my own segue because I waited. I was listening, and you guys just wouldn't say anything was at stake. You wouldn't call anybody a chicken
or meat.
Yeah,
meat
nothing.
in the middle.
Nothing. No. I
Meet
tried.
me in the middle. Speaking of meat,
ButcherBox, all you need for a tasty, stress-free holiday season. This comes to your house. You don't have to leave. You're going to need a lot of meat for the holiday season. I'm already thinking that. I just changed my ButcherBox box this past week. Actually, you and I had a conversation about it for the stuff that I have to make for the holiday party.
Today's the 12th, right?
I don't know.
So we're having a holiday party on the
maybe.
23rd, and I got to tell you, this woman, I have never seen someone accept stress so readily. It's like, okay, it's 3 weeks away.
That's 11 days away.
Time to be upset now.
That's 11 days.
I know.
That's a week and a half. And we're gone for 6 days.
But we have help. We're going to be fine. It's going to be fine.
I have never had help in the history of any Christmas party
ever. I will go to Costco
ever.
and get a little tray of something.
I have been stared at a lot by people. I have never been helped.
I help you all the time.
You help me on the day of right before. You run around, you go get propane, and you
I take care. So I've been
clean
asking.
the back
I got to be clear. I ask all the time. And ButcherBox, by the way, so you want to talk about help? ButcherBox is help.
Yes.
When a box of meat shows up, you're like, oh God, I got it.
Well, because what I need changes for Christmas time. So I had to change it because I make my mom's meat pocket things.
Which are
and
awesome.
I need hamburger and I need ground sausage for those. And so anyway, I make sausage balls too because I love those for breakfast after you've had a couple holiday drinks. And I don't usually have sausage in the house. So I ordered that. Yeah, exactly. High quality meat and seafood that you can trust because it's 100% grass fed beef, free range organic chicken, pork raised crate free, and wild caught seafood. It's humanely raised, no antibiotics or added hormones. Free shipping as well when it comes to your doorstep, and you don't have to go to the grocery store, which is awesome.
I took it to the cabin. I always, now it's weird to have the freezer now. It's like went on to the cabin with Jet so we could run the cabin. I just went to the freezer and I shopped in the freezer. Yeah, got the meat, put it in
the freezer shopping.
It was awesome.
I'm a big fan of the freezer.
Yeah,
shopping.
it's in our house. I'm going out to the garage to go shopping. Hold on.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I'll make that today because you just look through and go, oh, I've actually made things I've never made before because I tried it with ButcherBox. You can choose it or you can pick one of the boxes that they've already put together. I choose it because I like to try different things. So sign up today at butcherbox.com/Titus. Use promo code Titus to get free chicken wings for a year. That's 3 pounds of free range organic chicken wings free in every order for a year when you sign up at butcherbox.com/Titus. Use promo code Titus.
I love all our advertisers. I never hear one go, I gotta do this, or I'm like, oh, we use this. Oh, we like these guys.
Yep.
We use it. I just feel like America's falling apart. I don't know what to do. And that people are, and I'm going to go back to this. MSNBC, a few of the reporters on, specifically CNN, Fox is, but Fox, the weird thing is Fox is turning. Even Fox, Ducey got on and goes, guys, there's no evidence. He goes, they keep talking about evidence about
it's coming.
Joe Biden. They keep saying,
wait.
It's 5 years.
I'll show you.
5 years. Ducey said, you guys don't have it. Guys, he was sitting on that round table thing and he kind of went off and you see everybody just kind of go like he's going, they have no evidence. When Fox starts going, they have no evidence on Joe Biden. And then you look at here's what I don't get. They said Joe Biden, they keep talking about the poll numbers. The poll numbers have been wrong for the last 4 elections. Yeah. What I don't understand is, why are you touting the poll numbers instead of what's been accomplished? Mm-hmm. And it's because because after the fairness doctrine was killed by Reagan, the news is all about money. And the only way to keep people's eyes on the news is to keep stirring it up. You can't just go, wages are up 8%, gas prices are dropping, inflation we have the lowest inflation of any industrialized nation currently right now. Mm-hmm.
It's all tabloid.
Our stores are full of food. Mm-hmm. They weren't during Trump. Motherfuckers, there was no food in the stores. Do you remember that? And you want to put this guy in again? Are you out of your mind?
See, in previous times, this would have been the solution, right? The country's going in the wrong direction. Then you get somebody in who's like competent and gets some things done.
50
and it starts
years of competence.
And it starts moving in the right direction. And everyone goes, okay, we got rid of that crazy guy.
Nope.
Now it's like, first of all, Fox is clearly losing its influence.
Well,
over the right.
Losing $800 million will do that.
Yeah,
that might change.
Yeah.
Hey, we need to tone it down.
Somebody
and the Christmas party's going to suck this year.
Somebody we just saw was saying that everything. Oh, it was Bill Maher, who, whatever. But he was saying how everything is politicized now. Everything, and it is. Mm-hmm. Every single issue is politics. It's not people, humanity. It's not what's best for the country. So it's come down to winning or losing. Mm-hmm. So
that's so big caveman.
It's very caveman. Mm-hmm. And that, if you think about it, that's all it is. There's no politicians in there trying to work with other politicians and going, let's meet in the middle like they always have so that we can get something done. Mm-hmm. We still don't have a balanced budget. It's going to expire again.
They don't even have a plan. So here's what you just said. And I just got why. It's all winning and losing because you got corporations right now picked a side. So all these corporations, once Citizens United passed, and we keep bringing up Citizens United is the fucking patient zero of fucking up our democracy.
Yes.
Because what happened was all these, so once Citizens United passed and corporations were people and then give as much money as they want, these politicians now have to take an extreme stance so they can get that money for their PACs. And the rules on PACs are so lax. Mm-hmm. Like Marjorie Taylor Greene went out and bought a $110,000 SUV for her campaign, and no one said shit. We said it, but it's legal. So when you've got people that make $200,000, but they've got a PAC that's got 13 million in it they can access, wouldn't you do anything to hold on to that job and hold on to that money?
And the power.
And the power, right.
These corporations court you. So the dinners, the elbow rubbing with the powerful planes, people.
Yes. The trips.
Yeah. But what that doesn't do is it doesn't completely explain the continued support for Donald Trump in the face of him committing crimes, and the facts are out in the public that they still support him. Right behind the scenes, if corporations are, funneling money and they're changing policies and they're faking it and being like, "Whoa, we found that, guns, we need this many guns because of this," and then faking bullshit behind the scenes.
But it's what Hitler did, though. Ray called it earlier. It's when you get. What's weird is that if you have any intelligence at all, you see what he's doing. If you're stupid, you go, "He's fighting for me." Mm-hmm. You didn't do anything. He's going to jail for stealing top secret documents. You didn't do that.
Right.
Because I'm being indicted for you. And he said, I am your vengeance and retribution.
He used his campaign money to pay off a porn star to tell her to keep her mouth shut. Mm-hmm. He used their money.
That he cheated on his wife,
who
has just had a new baby.
And that's what the Alvin Bragg case is about. And did he do that for me too? He stole my money that I donated to him so that he could pay off a porn star he was banging while his wife was pregnant.
And he also golfed 300 days and also charged the American taxpayer to go golf.
And this is what you guys don't get if you still are conservative and you listen to this podcast. I'm fine with you being conservative.
I like it.
The largest majority of my family is extremely conservative. What I'm not fine with is you supporting Donald Trump.
No.
We have overwhelming evidence, and that's the issue. They think that, you're against conservatives. No, I'm not. Mm-hmm. I'm against this one man who single-handedly tried to dismantle our democracy and continues to do that and is now on the campaign trail joking about being a dictator. Joking about being a dictator in the United States
It's
of
one
America.
of those things that's when it happens, you're going to be like, he told us, you fucking idiots. He told us.
Support all the conservative people you want, but that's bullshit. And that's what
How many times did I
of.
say when I wrote Amerigeddon that Mitt Romney, I would have, to get rid of Trump and have Mitt Romney, you can take my Yakuza pinky. I'm fine.
It's a great system, right? If you have somebody who's got super progressive ideas and they want to keep trying new things, and then you have somebody who's like, hold on, conservative, and they're kind of they're close, but they're on either side of the thing to keep it a balanced. Like let's keep things safe. So you need those two sides. It's great. It's a great.
It's not a great system.
It's not a great system. It's not. I'm saying,
but it is actually it is.
Who was it? Churchill that said democracy
is a horrible system.
Is a horrible system.
But
that's better than all the other kinds of government. It's something like that.
It's a horrible system that's better than everything else.
Something like that.
So we have now, and that's why the third party thing ends up screwing us the way it's set up. We need to continue. We need a serious overhaul of the system right now. There's some parliamentary stuff. There's some stuff that goes back hundreds of years, and some of the rules that we need to look. When Thomas Jefferson came out and said the Constitution is a living document that should be changed as society changes, he said that. And these motherfuckers are like, oh no, I'm an originalist. Well, yeah, but the guys who wrote it weren't. They were like,
there's no such thing,
right? They were the most progressive for their time. They were by far the most progressive liberal people on the planet, except for the slavery thing. I will give you that. But so when we have the founding fathers who you guys hold up, conservatives hold up as the, and then we go, well, wait, but they wanted to change the Constitution. Stop. No, the hypocrisy, the constant hypocrisy that lives in the Republican Party is, and no one ever calls them on it. Like the voters keep going. Again, you said it. It's not about doing what's good for the American people, because they're not.
No,
they're
it's
not
winning
anymore.
And losing now.
They're actually, all of our Congress does right now is support the corporate interests that give them money. That's all they do.
And they've convinced people that it's winning
them.
And losing. Look at how we treat our family that doesn't agree with us now. We never did that before. Families didn't agree before on politics. We didn't talk about it. I had no idea what my sister, what party she considered herself to be until now. I never thought about it.
Well, we didn't talk about it because we knew that either way it was going to be okay.
Yeah, win or lose now.
Yeah, we knew that. Well, we never had someone like Trump that just came in and was like shithole countries, blah blah blah.
It's extreme now.
Yeah.
If you want to see us not talk about this,
thank God.
Appleton, Wisconsin is sold out. That's Wednesday. Thursday is Milwaukee Improv. There are some tickets left for that. Madison Comedy on State on Friday. First show sold out. Few tickets left for the second show. Saturday, Minneapolis Pantages. Some tickets left for that. We will be there in the cold with you.
And we're going to see Paisley Park on Sunday. Woohoo! I'm so excited. And now it's time for Highlanders Fun Facts. Highlanders Fun Facts. It's Highlanders Fun Facts.
Yeah.
I was way off that time. I started off. I found it eventually because you were on camera.
I just ate the mic to cover it. All right.
I'm the only guy that has to auto-tune a jingle every week.
Speaking of Biden's dementia, that's the voice.
So
right?
either he's a diabolical guy who's been doing corporate,
both,
and he's also out of his mind and doesn't remember anything. Okay,
he's both. Yeah, that's exactly right. He's faking it. Dogs typically have a short-term memory of about 2 minutes.
Wow.
That totally makes
Does that make sense?
That totally explains a lot that's wrong with these two idiots.
That's why Chaplin never remembers that he had dinner. Oh, look, Chaplin kissed his face. It's kind of crazy. Also, a fun fact, gigantic skull of a prehistoric sea monster was just found on England's Jurassic coast. You gotta see this picture of this man next to it. It's just the head. The head's about 6.5 feet long.
Is it called something Titus?
Just the head.
Yeah. So they're calling
the Titus Adamus.
It's about 150 million years old, almost 3 million years younger than any other pliosaur found. These things were in the ocean.
Cool.
They are Freaking terrifying. Look at that. That's it with a shark.
That just makes sense. Like dinosaurs.
They were around during that. It's just a water dinosaur. But look at the intact skull next to that human guy. That's not terrifying.
Is that Jay Leno?
No.
That's how I got this go. That's not just going to happen. It's a planet.
This model of dinosaur
That's Sir David
It's a
Attenborough.
Planetosaurus is what it is.
All right. Come see us. It's going to be cold.
Guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Do me a favor. Be good to everybody this Christmas season. And if someone starts talking politics that you don't agree with, just go, hey. We have something
we have a new phrase.
We have a new phrase.
From
Is that so?
Is that so?
Is that so? Huh. And that's all you say.
Is that so?
That really
say the craziest thing you can. Let's see how it works.
Biden is a reptile.
Is that so? Is that so? Huh?
That is so. I'm going to show you these gifts.
Please do.
Right.
Yeah, that I found on Facebook
Is that
were made
so?
by Billy Bob. My
Why
buddy.
is that a drawing? That's not a picture. Guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. For myself, the lovely Bombshell Ray, and the Highlander. Later.
Peace out.
Take a bitty one.